Moon Knight, Episode 3, The Friendly Type. Let's get started. How do you do, G-Pod crew? It's your Naughty Buddy Pod here, and today we are reviewing Episode 3 of Moon Knight called The Friendly Type. Of course, I will do my final thoughts at the end of this video, but this is going to be a full breakdown of this episode. So let's get started with the breakdown, and then I will see you after with my final thoughts. Let's get started. Now, for our first Easter egg, I want to talk about Jake Lockley. Jake Lockley is the third persona of Moon Knight. He's actually more of a rough and tumble type character that in the comic book he worked a lot more with crime syndicates and had more information within, crime people that Mark and Steven tend to not want to bring this version out. But it looks like, based on this scene here where the blood and, the actual blood, which is funny because, we didn't see this in Morbius. I won't even get into that. Anyway, but the reason I bring this up is I also feel like this is where we're going to actually meet Bushman. I think this is going to be the persona of, or not persona, but this is where we're going to actually encounter Bushman. Like maybe there's going to be a pass with Bushman and, of course, Jake. Now, here's the problem, though. This is going to be leaning more towards the Marvel Knight series I said in my last episode. If you're not aware of what I'm talking about, definitely go check out my review and breakdown of last episode 2. But I think that this is going to be their introduction to him as well as the Bushman character, because if you already see, this one is not hold back. This one is willing to kill badly, and we already see the blood on the knife, which, for a Disney Plus show to see this makes me very happy because it's Marvel Knights. We're heading into Marvel Knights with this. This is the adult orientation of Marvel, Disney's Marvel, however you want to look at it. And I'm very happy we're going into this phase of Marvel. But yeah, Jake Lockley, Crime Syndicate, wears a hat, which I don't know if he's going to wear in this. Actually, the way I was looking in some of the ad photos is he would wear the cowl, but not the mask. So I don't know how they're going to do this version of him, but he's also a cab driver too, and he was just in a cab. So that's kind of ironic in some ways. So maybe that has something, that'll be a connection too. I really doubt it. I'm kind of pulling from things that are not there, honestly. Anyway, let's continue. Now, when it comes to Moon Knight, there's a lot of things I'm going to be a little bit rough about because I don't know where the connection is when it comes to these avatar situations, because I know other gods and Egyptian gods are utilized throughout the comic book series in different ways. So when I heard her say Hathor, the only thing I could think of is from the Marvel Comics, Hathor, the lion god. And this quite possibly could be her because it is a female that utilizes swords and is actually really badass looking and ferocious character. Are we going to see her as the lion god? I don't know. I mean, that's up to how far this show is going to go. I mean, with the Pyramid of Giza and all that involved as well, there's been connections to the Pyramid of Giza, to Morbius, and a bunch of other things, which, of course, they're not going to use Morbius, especially now, they're not going to use Morbius. So, again, this doesn't have anything to do with that, but them being at a very prominent pyramid called the Pyramid of Giza could mean that this is the same lion god that I'm thinking of. And ladies and gentlemen, they just mentioned Madripoor. Now, in the world of Marvel Comics, especially Marvel fans, you'll be well known to know what Madripoor is. It's not even just about that it's a location in real life, but it has a rich, rich history in the world of a certain character by the name of Wolverine. So if you remember in X-Men Origins Wolverine, which is so horrible to say that out loud, because they did it horribly. Madripoor was where Japan and Madripoor, basically between X-Men, Origins Wolverine, and Wolverine, is where they have a connection with Silver Samurai and Silver Fox, and also the relationship between Wolverine and Sabretooth. There's a lot of history when it comes to Madripoor, when it comes to Wolverine. Now, of course, we haven't gone to Doctor Strange yet and brought in the mutants, which that's considered a spoiler. I pretty much know. Come on now, they got to be bringing mutants in soon. So they could be doing a lot of these Madripoor hints as a way to also link him to other characters. Again, we're going to be having a multiverse, so why not have Wolverine start off his story best known in the comic books in Madripoor? Either way, Moon Knight has a bit of a history there, but Wolverine has one hell of a history there. Ladies and gentlemen, Midnight Man, Anton Mogart. He is actually he's been in the Moon Knight comics, of course, but he's actually a dealer of fine arts. He's into martial arts. He likes using the antiquities or relics that he's gotten as his actual weapons of choice when it comes to battling. And I don't even remember why they call him Midnight Man. I think it was just because it was the opposite of like Moon Knight. But I know it was something where, prime example, as you can even see here, he liked stealing priceless artifacts. And Moon Knight was always trying to stop him because, he always, Mark Spector likes to have more artifacts in museums for people to see, so on and so forth. So it's a character that I'm hoping we'll see have that same kind of greed. But I mean, of course, he's got the sarcophagus that they're going to look at right now anyway, so that kind of already makes sense. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. So, for this part of the breakdown, I had to do something a little bit different. I had to rewind it and make sure I was right or wrong about this, because I knew Bushman was supposed to be in this series, but I didn't. When it comes to casting, I haven't really looked into it. I like stuff to be revealed to me when it comes to the episodes. It's more exciting than just having like the casting and all that kind of stuff prominently put up on the screen and everything. But this time I was like, okay, who is this? And is it a character I know about? And then as soon as I did some research, I found out this is Bushman. So let me show you what I mean. Like I said, I decided to do some research. This is the actor. But if you go back, you'll see here in the casting, it does say that he is Bushman. I'll be honest, this is probably the most unexciting reveal of a major Moon Knight character within the world of Moon Knight. I mean, it's like, what the heck are we seeing here? And I mean, at the same time, I'm now seeing Wendy Spector's in here. Apparently, he must do the voice. Like I'm seeing I'm seeing characters that have not come into play now. When it comes to the show, which we'll get to those when those characters get involved in the show. But this is Bushman? Like, his reveal didn't seem that epic. And he's a major, 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 major character in the Moon Knight series. Honestly, Anton here, Midnight Man has less of a role in the Moon Knight comics than Bushman, and feels like he has a way prominent role in this series. So I don't know how to feel about that, honestly, when it comes to it. Or maybe he's going to have a bigger part to it later down the road, but honestly, his reveal just seemed lackluster, and I actually did not know this was Bushman until literally later into the episode. I was how far was I into this? I was already around here about 5 minutes later, or 2 or 3 minutes later, when I was like, was that Bushman? Like, did I just miss it? So, yeah, the Bushman reveal was kind of lackluster and not exciting. So I was going to talk about him. Bushman's like a mercenary. He's like a high value fighter that fights Moon Knight. You know what I mean? He's a major part of Moon Knight's history in the comic books, his beginnings and everything. And so, yeah, this is sad. Why introduce Bushman like this? Unless I'm wrong, and that's not Bushman, and I just feel horrible. But that, yeah, I don't know what to say about that. Anyway, and with the Bushman thing, we'll leave it at that. Everything else is just leading up to the next 3 episodes, which are going to lead into something pretty massive. What that might be, even I don't know. But Moon Knight has a lot in his hands, and I think the third persona, Jake, is going to rear its ugly head in the next episode. But what do I think? I'm enjoying it outside of the Bushman reveal being very low-key and under-exciting. But maybe there's a bigger thing to happen with him, and we're not supposed to know that now, and that might be what the situation is here. Maybe I wasn't supposed to know that's Bushman until later. Because we still have 3 more episodes to go. But with that being said, I want to thank you all for watching. Make sure to like button, make sure to subscribe button. I'll see you next Wednesday for Moon Knight, Episode 4. Until next time, peace.